Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate CARDIGAN back at it again. This time with a video on what is missing from my capsule wardrobe. As always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support really does mean a lot to me. So for this video, a few people in the Discord of all places requested that I make a video of what is missing from my capsule wardrobe. So on this channel, the longest running series has been me building a capsule wardrobe, which I have been doing since about maybe like November 2020, potentially like March 2021. The timeline is a bit weird, but yes, it's been almost 2 years now actually, with still most of that having been in lockdown. Jeez. We were locked down for a long time. And the state of my capsule wardrobe at the moment is quite awesome. I have a lot of things that I do really, really love, and putting together fits is a lot of fun and really, really rewarding as well. However, actually thinking about it, there are a few items that are missing that I do want to finalize and sort of round out the wardrobe itself. Now, for this list, none of these are particularly going to be grails. I've made a video on, and I always find grails here and there that I want to add to that list, but this is more achievable things that can round out the wardrobe as it is today. So first of all, I'd like to talk about shoes. Now, I have quite a decent selection of shoes here that I'm really, really happy with. However, there are two types of shoes that I do not have that I feel I would like, need, to round out the wardrobe. So the first of those would be a pair of combat boots. Now, I have a couple of lovely pairs of boots from Julius that are zip-up boots, but I do want a pair with laces on the front, just for that different type of aesthetic, and I think it would be very, very nice with the wardrobe that I do have. It's not a massive necessity, but I am very, very much keeping an eye out for combat boots that would fit this setup. Now, what kind of combat boots? I'm really just looking at, the brands that I always look at, like Julius, Yohji Yamamoto. A beautiful boot to have would be a Guidi one, but they're not quite a combat boot. They're more artisanal type boots, and I want a kind of sturdy, straightforward combat boot. Not quite a Doc Martens, but something similar to that ilk. Oh, and it's definitely going to need a zip because, my goodness, lacing up and unlacing combat boots every time would become an absolute pain. So, combat boot with laces and a zip. Back zip, side zip, it just needs a zip in somewhere. Somewhere. Anywhere. A zip, please. Next up is actually a more formal type shoe. Now, I haven't decided whether I wanted it to be like a loafer or an Oxford, but honestly, thinking about it, leaning more towards an Oxford style shoe. So a very simple, the kind of shoe that you imagine when you think of a formal shoe. I did have a pair, they broke. I also did have a pair of Doc Martens, which I sold because I had this pair that I thought I wouldn't need the Doc Martens anymore. But yes, a pair of Oxfords, a pair of formal low shoes that I can wear in case of something special to go to. There's a really, really beautiful pair of Guidi low tops like that would be beautiful, but it's just the price. Like, it's a lot of money to pay for shoes that I probably wouldn't wear a lot, to be honest. Like, if I was gonna drop that much money on a pair of shoes, I'd be wanting to wear them almost every week. Also, I'd just be super stressed about breaking them. I still get that way about clothes. I was talking to somebody at work about this. They just bought a pair of like $600 Balenciaga Chelsea boots, and they are so nervous about wearing them because they might scuff them, and I feel that. I was saying I do feel the same way, except we need to like get past it and be like, no, these are like my shoes, and this is like my story. I'm gonna etch into them. Whether or not that's with scuffs is yet to be seen, but you need to be happy to wear your pricey pieces. I mean, you got them for a reason, right? That being said, I don't want to spend that much money on a pair of Oxfords, so we'll see what happens as we go along. There was a beautiful pair of Julius Oxfords that I had my eye on, but when I decided to go purchase them, they'd sold. So keep my eyes out for them to pop up again. Hopefully they do. So from there, let's move to accessories. So accessories wise, my game is very, very weak. I only really have these rings that I wear, and aside from that, just a few necklaces. It's very, very, very much what I wear every day. So it's kind of become part of my uniform. However, where I feel like I'm the most lacking is eyewear. I only have 2 pairs of glasses. One are some chunky hater blockers and the other ones are some recent Yoji glasses that are quite round and big. But I'd like something a bit, I don't know, more understated, a bit less out there and large. But eyewear is really difficult without having to like go into a shop and try the glasses on. It's hard to do online shopping, thrifting for them, which is my usual method. So I really need to put some more IRL effort into getting pairs of sunnies that I do think fit my vibe and aesthetic very well. In addition to that, perhaps another necklace or two and like a bangle or a wrist accessory would do a treat. However, they're not must-haves. I think it's more the glasses that are the biggest thing right now. Oh, and ties. I would love to get a couple of Yoji ties. There are some beautiful black Yoji ties that have some white kanji on them with like a saying or a proverb, or some even just say Yoji Yamamoto in kanji. I think it'd be really cool to own a couple of those for options to really kind of like elevate a fit with just adding one piece. You can wear it with a white shirt, a black shirt, a t-shirt, and it's still that extra little piece that makes it you. In addition to ties though, a hat. Hats would be so nice. I'd love a beautiful, floppy, wide black hat. It's so hard to find them online because of sizing. I've bought some from Japan. I've even bought some on Depop, but they always arrive. I just have a big head. They never fit. Like, do I have to go to a Milner and be like, please help me with my lack of hat problem? I will pay you. I hope I don't have to, even though you do want to support local business, but hats are very difficult for me. That's why I generally wear just like caps, because you can adjust at the back, but a lovely like over the head wide brim one would be so nice. It'd be so nice. It's the dream. So moving on to clothing now. Looking through everything in my wardrobe, I've noticed that a lot of the stuff I've gotten recently is, surprise, very winter based, because we're in winter. It's cold out there, so I'm trying to stay warm. So there's a few things that I've noticed that I do not have that I would like to help bolster for the cold. But also, to be honest, I've noticed that there are things that are similar that are missing for the warmer months. So speaking of things that are more for the colder months, I would like maybe 1 or 2 more cardigans that are not made of wool, because unfortunately I'm a little bit allergic to wool. I'm not sure what they would be made out of, but things that I can layer with, whether they go over something or under something to keep me warm and, you know, add that visual layering look would go very well, I think. In addition to that, a nice warm sweater. I do have a really lovely noisemaker undercover sweater that I got a few months ago, but that is very light. It's almost like a trainer type thing that you wear to the gym and just sweat in. I would like something that's maybe more like fleece lined, a bit thicker, that I can put on to ensure warmth, because I don't really have that. Even the hoodies that I have are actually not very warm hoodies. They're very light. So I think I've really shot myself in the foot there in terms of staying warm casually. With then, for more warm weather clothing, I don't have a lot of pants that suit that. And I've been looking recently a lot more for maybe linen or rayon based pants that I can wear in warmer weather. Because when it gets warm here in Melbourne, it gets warm. We're talking like 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. It's silly, it's ridiculous, and you melt when you walk outside. It's silly, it's actually awful. So some pants that I could, you know, wear outside the house that didn't make me want to just collapse and melt into the floor like the Wicked Witch would be really ideal. Currently though, trying to thrift those from Japan is difficult because Japan is in the middle of summer, so it is very hot over there, and that kind of stuff is in high demand as well. So I'm keeping an eye out, but as the seasons change, hemisphere to hemisphere, I think it would be the best time to pick those up as well. In addition to that, warm weather cardigans would do a treat too. Something very light that you can layer with and looks kind of nice too. Mwah. Chef's kiss. On the theme of more warmer weather clothes as well, a blazer, a lighter type blazer would do a treat, be that made of linen or rayon, something similar as well, that I can pop on to kind of make a look a little bit more formal. a look a little bit more formal, I think would be a treat for sure. In fact, just another blazer in general. I do have the plagiarist blazer that I really love to wear all the time, but I would like one that does have lapels, just in case, just for options. Would be really, really nice there too. And perhaps a little bit more fitted, as that one is quite oversized and loose. So yeah, ultimately there's not a significant amount of things that I personally feel are lacking from my wardrobe. And as we do transition into the warmer months, I will definitely be putting more of a focus into more warmer weather things and realizing what I don't have as the cooler weather clothes get rotated back into the wardrobe, where they will remain until the next cold snap in a year's time. It can be really hard trying to plan ahead for things, and I do get lucky. And honestly, it is kind of a blessing being in the opposite hemisphere, because it's meant that a lot of the items I've found for winter here have been great deals because they're off season up in Japan. It's actually, it works out in a weird way. So unfortunately, though, it means that planning ahead is difficult, and we just have to wait and see what does come up and what kind of deals are evident when it starts getting warmer there. It starts getting warmer here and cooler over there. So yeah, what's missing from your wardrobes? Is there anything that you're really, really seeking out, ears to the ground, trying to find a deal on? What do you think would be cool? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be lovely to chat about that as well. And hey, maybe I can point you in some directions if there's a specific thing you are looking for. So I hope you've had fun watching this video. It's been interesting to talk through this. It's kind of therapeutic to get it all out there and be like, yeah, that's what I need. And also, how am I going to get that? So these are, battles that I'll have to tackle at some stage. But thank you for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Hope you're all taking care of yourselves wherever you may be, staying safe, staying cool, or staying warm, depending where you are. And I'll see you all next time. So take care, be safe, have fun, and as always, don't do anything I do except try and shop from the hemisphere away from yours. Maybe you'll find some good deals. Honestly, it's a pretty good tip, and thank me later. Bye-bye.